Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm here to show you the Cybercycle. So I'm going to go over today how the Cybercycles works and all the features that the Cybercycle offers on the screen. So first and foremost, I want to show you how to get onto the bike. So here's your safety handlebars, and what you do is you hold onto them, and then you can step right in and sit right down. And then you want to get your feet onto the pedals. And then here is your seat adjuster. So as you can see, I'm way too close to the screen here. So I want to pull that lever up and reach back. And when your legs fully extended, you want to make sure you have a slight bend in your knee. And then you want to pedal and make sure that feels comfortable. If it feels comfortable, you know you're in the right spot. There's also numbers here where your seat bar is, so you can check where your number is and you can adjust your seat before you even sit down the next time you come on the bike. This is like the screensaver screen. So when you get to the bike, you can just touch anywhere, and then this will be your home page. We have two options to sign in or quick start. Once you have your rider ID, which is something that you'll get from a staff member at your community, you can go ahead and hit sign in, and then you'll enter that ID. So my rider ID is number 1. So I'm going to press 1 and then hit sign in, and then here your profile picture or profile will come up. So you'll have welcome back. And then here you'll have the month that you're in, the year that you're in, and then the all time. And it keeps accumulating your miles, calories, score, and time. Then you also can press history, and you can see your previous rides. So it'll have the date and the name of the ride, and all of your stats, miles, calories, and so forth. And if you choose to redo a ride, you can just hit ride, and it'll bring you right into that course. When you're ready to ride, you can just hit anywhere outside that box. If you want to see that information again at any point, you can just hit your name up here and it'll come back and you can have access to all that same information. So here's your main menu. The first option on your main menu is Quick Start. So if you press Quick Start, it's going to give you 3 options, one easy, medium, and hard course. It actually rotates between 3 different easies, 3 different mediums, and 3 different hards, so you're not seeing the same 3 courses as an option. So if you want to do one of these courses, you'll just press on that course and it'll take you right into the course. Okay, and the second option here is rides. So if you press on rides, you have 46 different rides. You can swipe to see all the different courses. And there's 4 different levels, so basic, moderate, challenging, and extreme. So if you want to go to the moderate, you can hit moderate, and then it's all the blue ones, so you can see it that way. And you can also hit view all, and this way you can see all 46 rides on the same screen, and you can see the different levels, the different terrain level, the elevation point, and the total miles. And if you look at the extreme, much higher elevation, up and down terrain, and much longer in distance compared to the basic. So I definitely recommend to start on the basic and build your way up. You can pick a course right from here and press on that and take you right into a ride. You can hit exit. I'm going to go back to the basic, and we're going to pick a basic course here. So I'm going to try Rolling Thunder. So I'm going to press that right there. And then here you can set your goal. So you can do laps, time, distance, calories, but most of us are going to pick time. So you can actually adjust it from 5 minutes, 10, it's in 5-minute increments all the way up to 60 minutes. I'm going to keep it at 5 minutes just for this demo. And if you hit this calendar button icon right here, that'll show you your previous rides. So you can pick your ghost ride, which I'll get into once I start riding. Now before I hit go, I'm going to go over the steering. So these are your handlebars, and the silver part in your handlebar is your heart rate sensor. So as long as both of your hands are on the silver part, it'll record your heart rate in the bottom right-hand corner. Now to turn left, you're just going to slightly push the left handlebar down. To turn right, you slightly push the right handlebar down. Now to switch gears, we have gears 1 through 30, 30 being the highest. And the hardest. So the higher the gear, the more resistance you're going to have to pedal, but the faster you'll be able to go. And then vice versa, the lower the gear, the less resistance you'll have, but you won't be able to move as fast, no matter how fast you pedal. To switch those gears, you have 2 red buttons on top of each handlebar. The far right button will increase the gear. So if you press that once, it'll bring you up a gear. And the left button will decrease a gear. So you can press that once to decrease your gear. And that will increase or decrease your gears. Okay, so now we're ready to start this Rolling Thunder course. So I'm going to go ahead and hit go. And now there I am, right there in the blue. So once that hits 1 and go, I'm going to hit going. Now I'm going to go over some of these other features, but I want to point out this ghost bike rider here. That ghost bike rider is the time that I picked right before I hit go. When I set my goal, I picked my ghost. And what that ghost ride, that represents one of my previous rides. I'm going to catch up to my ghost because there's another feature up here that I want to show you as well. There's a yellow jersey, that is your pacer. And that pacer is really just sets the tone of the ride. I can slow the pacer down by hitting the minus button here, or I can increase the pacer by hitting this plus button. So right now I'm pretty even with my ghost and my pacer. If I don't want the pacer, I don't care for the pacer, you can actually hit this box, the yellow pacer box, and remove the pacer from the course. If I change my mind, I want that pacer back, I can hit that button there and the pacer's right back. Same thing with your ghost. Up here is your, whoa, I'm going off road here. Right up here is your ghost, so that gives you the information of how far your ghost is ahead or behind, and then how much time the ghost has to complete the course. And again, the same thing with the pacer. If you don't care for your ghost, you're not in the mood to compete against yourself today, you can go ahead and hit that box, and that'll remove the ghost from the course. So I'm going to bring that ghost back. I'm going to catch my breath for a second. But down here, I wanted to go over some more information on the ride here. Down here, it'll have your name, and that's when you know you logged in and it's still recording your ride. And it has your miles per hour, rotation per minute, your gear. That's why I'm so tired. I'm on gear at 14. So I'm going to lower that down. And then here is my grade. So I'm up at 10%. That means I'm going slightly uphill. So when it goes back down to 0, which I'm heading that way, I'll be on flat ground. And then when it goes into the negatives, that's when you know you're going downhill. So when you're going uphill, the resistance is automatically going to change to make you feel like you're going uphill. And then that way you can adjust your gears so you can make it up the hill. And then here is your time on the bike. And then here is how close you are to reaching your goal. So I am almost about 50% to my 5-minute goal. And then here is your miles. And then here, if you hit this I button, it will change your view. So now I have the handlebar view. First person makes me really feel like I'm on the bike. And I'm still in pace with my ghost. And then here's your arrows. So if you press your arrows, that'll hide all of that information there. So then you have your handlebars, and it's a clear view. None of that distractions telling you how much time you have left and so forth. If you want to see that, you can press it back. And I'm going to change it back to this view because this is my favorite. And then over here we have your power in watts, your heart rate, which my hand is not on the heart rate sensor because I'm pointing to the screen, so it's down to 0. And then calories, which that's not a lot. And then here is your overhead view. Also we have up here is our leaderboard. So if you press, there's a team leaderboard for every course that you go into. It'll have your rider's name, and it's only for your community. And it'll have a rider's name and their top time for the course that you're in. And when you're done riding, so I'm tired, I quit, I don't want to make it to my 5 minutes, you can hit that left arrow, and then it'll have the end ride. It'll have your total time, distance, calories. You can hit exit ride. Okay, so the third option on your menu is the games. So if you press that, we have 3 different worlds: Treasure World, Dragon World, and Explorer World. And each world has 3 different levels. So here's the 3 levels for Treasure World. And the first level is going to be unlocked for you, and you have to score a certain amount of points to unlock the second level and the third level. So as you can see here, I still have 298,750 points to unlock the second level on Coin Toss. And then we have Dragon World, which is the same thing. So it's unlocked, and I have to score more points to unlock that. And same thing with Explorer World. So I'm actually going to show you what it looks like in Dragon World. Treasure World, you're just riding around collecting tokens, but Dragon World and Explorer World have an extra an extra thing to it where you actually are chasing dragons to match the color token you got. So let's go in and check that out. And then here we have a couple different modes. We have speed mode, power mode, and tactics. Speed is there'll be speed bonuses throughout the course where you can get a faster speed once you collect one of those icons. And then power mode, where it's all power, so you'll get more points every time you collect more of them. And then the tactics actually combines the speed and the score. So I'm going to go to tactics because I like the combination of them both. And then here you can also change your time. I'm going to stick to the 5 minutes here. And then we're going to go ahead and hit go. And you want to get your hands on the handlebar and ready to go. And the games is a little different than the courses because it's an open terrain. So you can go any bit direction that you want, and you don't have to follow a specific course. So here's your little buggy, and you're riding around, and you're going to collect tokens. So I'm going to get the green token. Now I'm going to try to find I'm going to get another green token, and then I'm going to get a green dragon straight ahead. So that green arrow is going to tell you where the dragons are. So I'm going to get the dragon for an additional 500 points. And then here I'm going to get another green token, but watch out for that blue token to get another green dragon. And then here's a speed bonus. Oh, I don't want to go up that hill. I'm going to get this blue token. Now I got to find a blue dragon. There he is. Oh, got him. 750 points. And then it has all of your stats down here. Let's see, I got to pay attention to these dragons. And then over here is your map. So it's going to show you where the tokens are, where the dragons are, so you can kind of see where you're at. And then all this other stats here are the same as in the courses. And it always helps you out with the color of the arrow. So it's a blue arrow and a blue dragon. That's where I know I'm getting. There we go. And then you can see your score down here, and that'll keep adding. So here's a score bonus. Speed up. So this is a little more strategy than the courses. And also, if you see over here, there's some water. You don't want to go in the water because that'll deduct points from your score here. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to hit the left arrow. And then here we'll have your total results, your total score, time, distance, and you can go ahead and exit. And then it'll bring you back to the main menu. Okay, and then the fourth option on your menu is the pedal mode. So this is going to be very basic, kind of like a manual mode. And here you can set your goal, time, distance, calories, or you can choose no goal. So we're going to do time again. I'm just going to leave it at 5 minutes, but if you want to increase your time, you can hit the plus or minus. I'm going to hit go. So this is you don't have to steer, you're just pedaling. And then you can adjust your gear with the right button on your handlebar. And the most exciting part of this is basically that the rider will pedal, her legs will move as fast as your legs. So I'm going to pick up my speed, and she's picking up her speed. And then I'm going to slow down, and she slows down. You can change your view, so she can be going right at you. And there, and then you have all your stats here. So this is basically for those that don't want to steer or have to pay attention to the screen. This is you're not going to get as greater cognitive benefits in this mode as you would with the rides or the games, because you're not engaged and you really don't have to look at the screen. And then when you're done, you can just go ahead and hit the left arrow. You have your totals here, exit ride, and that's pedal mode. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you on the main menu here is down here where it says challenges. This is where you can view what active challenges are going on in the CyberCycle program. And it'll compare you and your community to other CyberCycle riders all over the world. So if you go ahead and hit challenges, these we have every week we have a different course, and this is the ride of the week. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that. And if you want to join the ride of the week, so the ride of the week for this week is Bent Spoke, and you can go ahead and hit join now, and now you're in. So then you can hit ride now, and you can ride and be a part of that. So here you can see how many riders have participated. So here you have all your riders and what community they're from, and what their total time was for that course. And if you go to teams, there's the communities that have people that participated and have ridden that course and where the communities are located. So that's the ride of the week, and every week it'll change and you can get on the leaderboard, but you do have to remember to join now each week for the ride. You can exit out of that. And then the next three are annual goals. So they start at January 1st, and they're goals for the whole year for the individuals. So we have ride for 1,000 miles, ride for 78 hours, and score 10 million game points. So let me just show you the first one. So it's ride for 1,000 miles. And I already joined this previously, so the same thing, you would want to join now, and you just have to do it once, and then you're set for the rest of the year. So here we have, this shows me my rank. I need to catch up here. I'm pretty low on the leaderboard. But you can scroll down and see the different riders here. And then you can hit teams, and you can see the teams that have the most miles for the year and where they're located. So it's kind of nice that you can see this live from your screen. You can go ahead and hit exit. And then these ones are just time on bike and then game points. And also what shows up on here is any custom challenges and any, we do about 4 to 5 challenges that we program a year. So maybe Active Aging Week or Cybercycle March Madness. And once they are live, they will appear on here as well. And you'll see the rules and the leaderboard as well. And anytime we do a custom challenge, so just a challenge that's just your community or maybe one other community involved, that will appear on your bike as well when that challenge is active. Okay, that about wraps it up for the Cybercycle. So thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoy riding, and I look forward to seeing you on the leaderboard.